Listen. Before you think January is too cold to start anything green, I'm about to flip that assumption upside down. What if I told you that while your neighbors are hibernating, you could be nursing seedlings that'll give you a 2-month head start come spring? And here's the kicker, most people have no idea these 10 varieties are practically begging to be started right now on your windowsill. Hey there, fellow earth lovers. Welcome back to Earthly Gardening, where we prove you don't need deep pockets to grow deep roots. If you're new here, you've just stumbled into a community that believes gardening should be accessible, affordable, and honestly, a whole lot of fun. We're all about practical tips that actually work in the real world, not some fantasy greenhouse setup. Today, we're tackling some special seeds that thrive when you start them indoors this month. No fancy equipment required, just a little counter space and some curiosity. Before we dig in, do me a quick favor. If you find even one seed variety today that makes you think, I'm trying that, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps more gardeners find these tips, and honestly, it tells me you're vibing with the content. And if you haven't subscribed yet, tap that button below because we've got a whole year of growing secrets coming your way. Trust me, your future garden self will thank you. Alright, let's talk about why January is actually a sneaky genius time for indoor seed starting. While everyone's focused on New Year's resolutions, you can quietly become the person who has tomato plants ready to transplant when others are just opening seed packets in March. The secret? These 10 seeds I'm sharing don't just tolerate indoor starting, they actually prefer it. We're talking about varieties that need a longer runway, that germinate better with controlled conditions, and honestly, ones that'll make your gardening neighbors wonder what sorcery you're pulling off. So grab a notebook, maybe a cup of something warm, and let's transform that indoor space into a secret growing station. Seed 1, Onions. First up, we've got onions, but hold on, not the way you're thinking. I'm talking about starting onion seeds, not sets. Here's why this matters. Seed-started onions give you way more variety options than those boring grocery store sets. You can grow candy sweet Walla Wallas or storage champion copras. Plant them now, and by the time spring rolls around, you've got sturdy seedlings instead of starting from scratch. The game changer? Onions need about 10 to 12 weeks of indoor time before they're ready for the soil outside. January gives you that perfect window. Use any container with drainage. I've seen people use egg cartons, yogurt cups, even those plastic clamshells from store-bought salads. Poke holes in the bottom, fill with basic seed starting mix, sprinkle seeds about 1/4 inch apart, cover lightly, and keep them moist. They'll pop up in about a week, and suddenly your kitchen smells like potential. Seed 2, Leeks. Next, let's talk about leeks. Now, I know what you're running through your head. Leeks sound fancy and complicated. Nope. They're basically onions' cooler, more sophisticated cousins who are actually easier to hang out with. Leeks need even more time than onions. We're talking 12 to 14 weeks indoors. Starting them in January means you're looking at robust transplants ready for your garden when the weather cooperates. The beauty of leeks? They're incredibly forgiving. They don't mind crowding initially, so you can plant them fairly close together. Here's my budget hack: save those plastic containers from takeout or rotisserie chickens. Clean them out, drill some drainage holes, and boom, you've got perfect seed starting trays. Fill with moistened seed mix, scatter leek seeds about 1/2 inch apart, barely cover them, and place them near a bright window. Room temperature works perfectly. In 10 days or so, you'll see those first green shoots pushing through. The payoff? Fresh leeks in your summer cooking that taste nothing like store-bought. We're talking sweet, mild, and worth every bit of counter space they're taking up right now. Seed 3, Celery. Number 3 might surprise you, celery. Yeah, celery. Most people don't even realize you can grow it from seed because grocery stores have trained us to think it's this mysterious vegetable that just appears. But here's the deal: celery seeds are tiny, almost dust-like, and they need somewhere around 12 weeks of protected growing before transplanting. January is your golden opportunity. The trick with celery is patience because those seeds take their sweet time germinating, sometimes 2 to 3 weeks. Don't bury celery seeds. Seriously, just press them gently into moist soil and leave them exposed. They need light to wake up. Cover your container with plastic wrap to keep humidity high, and set it somewhere warm. Once they sprout, give them bright light, and a south-facing window works wonders. Why bother? Because homegrown celery has this intense flavor that makes store-bought taste like crunchy water. Plus, you can harvest outer stalks as you need them, and the plant keeps producing. That's the kind of return on investment we love around here. Seed 4, artichokes. Next up, artichokes. They may sound intimidating, but with indoor starting, they're possible even in cooler climates. Artichokes need about 8 to 12 weeks indoors and a period of cold to trigger bud formation. Starting them in January and exposing them to cool temperatures before spring transplanting mimics a full growing cycle. Soak seeds overnight, plant about 1/4 inch deep in individual containers, and keep soil evenly moist. They prefer minimal disturbance once established. Even in cold zones, artichokes can produce in their first year when grown as annuals. In milder climates, they become long-lived perennials, making a single seed packet an impressive return on investment. Quick check-in: which seed has surprised you so far? Drop a comment and let me know if you're team onions, team celery, or suddenly curious about artichokes. If you're finding this helpful, tap the like button. It helps more budget-friendly gardeners find this video. We've got 5 more seeds coming up, and number 8 is probably already in your spice cabinet. Let's keep going. Seed 5, peppers. Peppers are slow starters and need 8 to 10 weeks indoors with warm soil around 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit to germinate well. Starting in January gives you sturdy plants ready to take off once they go outside. A simple heat trick: set seed containers on top of the refrigerator for gentle warmth. As soon as seedlings emerge, move them to bright light to prevent legginess. Plant seeds about 1/4 inch deep, 2 per container, keep soil moist, and snip the weaker seedling once both sprout. The reward is early, flavorful peppers in summer harvests that start while others are still waiting on store-bought transplants. Seed 6, eggplant. Number 6, eggplant. If you've never grown it, this one tends to hook people fast. Eggplants need 8 to 10 weeks indoors and plenty of warmth, much like peppers. Starting early gives them the head start they need. Growing from seed opens up a huge variety of Japanese, Thai, white, and striped types with flavors far better than standard store-bought eggplant. Sow seeds about 1/4 inch deep in moist soil, keep them warm for germination, and give seedlings bright light as soon as they emerge. One plant produces heavily all season, making even a small seed packet a strong return on investment for any home garden. Seed 7, Brussels sprouts. Lucky number 7, Brussels sprouts. Stay with me, homegrown ones are nothing like the bitter versions many of us grew up with. They need 10 to 12 weeks indoors before transplanting. Starting in January lets you move them out in early spring so they mature before intense heat, or you can time them for a fall harvest. Plant seeds about 1/2 inch deep in well-drained containers. They germinate quickly at room temperature and produce sturdy, forgiving seedlings great for beginners. The reward is sweet, tender sprouts that roast beautifully, plus tall, striking plants that actually look impressive in the garden. Seed 8, parsley. Seed number 8, parsley. It's cheap as a transplant, but starting from seed makes far more sense. Parsley is slow to germinate, often 3 to 4 weeks, which makes January the ideal time to start it. Soaking seeds overnight in warm water helps speed things up. Plant about 1/4 inch deep and keep the soil consistently moist. Once established, parsley is a cut-and-come-again herb. Harvest outer leaves, and it keeps producing for months. One seed packet can supply fresh parsley all season, with far better flavor, especially the flat-leaf Italian varieties, than anything store-bought. Seed 9, chamomile. Number 9, chamomile. Now we're venturing into the grow-your-own-tea territory, and honestly, this might be my personal favorite on the list. Chamomile seeds are tiny, and they need about 6 to 8 weeks indoors before they're ready to transplant. The plant itself is delicate and feathery, with these adorable little daisy-like flowers that smell like apples and honey. Don't cover chamomile seeds, just press them gently into the surface of moist soil. They need light to germinate. Keep them in a warm spot with bright, indirect light. In 1 to 2 weeks, you'll see those thread-like seedlings emerging. Here's why this is such a winner. Once established, chamomile is nearly indestructible. It tolerates various soil conditions, doesn't need much water, and produces flowers continuously. Harvest the flowers when they're fully open, dry them, and you've got homemade chamomile tea that costs you basically nothing and tastes fresher than anything from a box. Plus, chamomile attracts beneficial insects to your garden. It's one of those plants that earns its keep in multiple ways: beautiful, functional, and basically free medicine in a flower. Seed 10, lavender. And finally, seed number 10, lavender. Yes, you can grow lavender from seed, and January is actually ideal timing. Lavender is slow to establish from seed. We're talking 10 to 12 weeks indoors before you've got transplantable seedlings. But here's the beautiful part: once you've got lavender plants established in your garden, they're perennials that'll come back year after year, getting bigger and more productive. Lavender seeds need a cold stratification period to germinate well. Here's the simple method: place seeds in a damp paper towel, fold it up, put it in a plastic bag, and stick it in your refrigerator for 3 weeks. After that cold treatment, plant them on the surface of soil, don't bury them, and keep them in a warm, bright location. Germination can be spotty, so plant more than you think you need. But the ones that do sprout? They'll turn into these gorgeous, fragrant, bee-loving plants that give you endless bouquets, sachets for drawers, and that incredible calming scent. Growing lavender from seed costs maybe $3. Buying established lavender plants? You're looking at $10 to $15 each. When you can start 6 or 8 plants for the price of one, that's the kind of math that makes sense for budget gardeners. Before we wrap up, let me give you some universal tips that'll work for all 10 of these seeds. First, lighting. If you've got a south-facing window, you're golden. If not, consider investing in one shop light with basic LED bulbs. You can get a setup for under $20 that'll serve you for years. Seedlings need about 12 to 16 hours of light daily. Second, containers. Don't spend money on fancy seed trays. Reuse everything from yogurt containers, egg cartons, those plastic clamshells from salad greens. Just make sure you poke drainage holes in the bottom. Waterlogged roots are the fastest way to kill seedlings. Third, soil. Use actual seed starting mix, not garden soil. Seed starting mix is sterile, light, and allows for easy germination. A small bag costs maybe $5 and will handle dozens of seed starts. Fourth, moisture. Keep soil consistently moist but never soggy. Think damp sponge, not swimming pool. Overwatering kills more seedlings than underwatering. And finally, hardening off. Before you transplant anything outside, gradually expose seedlings to outdoor conditions over a week or 2. Start with an hour outside in shade, gradually increasing time and sun exposure. This prevents transplant shock and toughens them up for garden life. There you have 10 seeds perfectly suited for January indoor starting, and none of them require fancy equipment or a greenhouse. Picture this: by May, your garden is full of strong, healthy plants you started yourself, while others are paying premium prices at garden centers. That's the real advantage of starting seeds early: it saves money and gives you a serious head start. If you picked up even one idea you're excited to try, tap the like button. Helps this reach more gardeners. And if you haven't subscribed yet, stick around. There's a full year of practical, budget-friendly gardening ahead. Drop a comment and tell me which seeds you're starting this month. Until next time, keep growing great gardens that aren't built with big budgets, but with consistency and curiosity.